Welcome to the WWDC24 podcast featuring 4 amazing guys from around the world. My name is Jason Smashpop from Malaysia.
Yeah, my name is Omar. I'm also from Malaysia, representing Product Nation.
My name is Junpei. I'm from Australia.
And I'm Nikias from Spain.
So what do you guys do and what kind of content do you post? Let's start with Junpei.
I post entertainment content on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
How entertaining are those?
That would depend on who you're
Very subjective. Define entertainment.
Define entertainment.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were going like philosophical here.
Yeah, so for us, we do media as well. So for Product Nation, obviously it's tech media. But for myself, I do creative content for shot on iPhone and just photography and videography.
Cool. Nikias?
I make content surrounding the Apple ecosystem.
Why are you laughing?
Because you make me laugh, man. First off, I'm so excited to be here, you know?
Really?
Same.
Not only in the podcast studio here in Cupertino at Apple Park, just to be here with you. I mean, come on.
Oh, that's nice.
Fun.
For those of you watching at home.
Watching at home.
What do you mean?
What if they're watching in the office?
Or in the car.
Yeah.
You know, drive safely. But, you know, me and Jason, we're always laughing. So when it's time to get serious, we never do, which I think that's what's going to make this podcast very fun. So,
Correct.
yes.
It's going to be chaos.
I make content surrounding the Apple ecosystem.
Cool. And I
do this.
I make content out of everything. So basically, my motto is everything is content. But I'm also a tech YouTuber.
Oh.
And yeah.
Amazing. WWDC24.
WWDC24.
AI.
What's
Apple
AI, by the way?
Intelligence.
It's Apple Intelligence.
Is it?
Let's not confuse it for something else.
Yeah.
It's Apple Intelligence.
Let's start with our reactions. You know, what was it like when the keynote ended? Like after you see all the announcements, what do you guys feel? Junpei, you want to start?
Intense. Like, I think the energy in the room after everyone experiencing Apple, like seeing Apple Intelligence for the first time was pretty cool to witness, especially the devs. It was big for the developers.
Yeah, I think the cheer for like very specific things it's always entertaining
Very
to watch.
specific things.
Yeah, we get into what specifically, but I love watching what people cheer for.
Calculator.
Yeah, the calculator.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What calculator?
On the iPad?
What iPad?
It's game changing.
Wait, we haven't reached that segment yet.
Got it.
I know you're excited about a calculator, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Cool.
it's going to change the world.
I got a lot tanner because
Oh my God,
we
yes.
were all sitting under the sun.
Where did you
Yeah.
sit? Where did you guys sit?
I sat under the shade actually at the back.
Me too.
We should have done that. Oh my God. Like we were sweating. At the end of it, we were like drenched.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to go on vacation now to be tan. I mean, come on.
Okay, so what is the one thing that everyone likes, that you guys like about iOS 18?
Let's start with you.
I think the first thing that we got to talk about in general is the home screen, right? Customization coming to the home screen in ways that a lot of us, I think, weren't expecting. I mean, I think we got to talk about the elephant in the room, icon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm actually curious to see what you guys think as well.
Yeah, so I think something for me specifically when it comes to the customization is the fact that the text disappears when you make it larger. I love that.
Yeah.
Because now you can make it like as minimalistic as you want, apart from obviously tinting.
And the moms and the dads of the world who have like the text on like
Yeah,
Max,
Max.
they're gonna love
Yeah,
that. Right?
like, oh my god, these icons are bigger than
They
my
will
fingers.
never find an app anymore. They're never gonna find an app because there's no text there. They're just gonna have to guess everything. But it looks so
to be
good.
honest, I would imagine I couldn't find an app because if they're all the same tint.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, where's Instagram?
But to be fair, I mean, if you're customizing your phone,
Sure.
your home screen would look exactly how you want it, and you know where
true.
everything is. So
that's true. I would really love to try that.
yeah, likewise.
We also got, right, you can now rearrange the apps wherever you want on the
Yeah,
screen,
yeah.
which is pretty
Yes.
great. I mean, especially for certain wallpapers that you want, you know, maybe you want to see.
Yep.
Jason, I know you love having yourself as the wallpaper.
Yes.
You can like orient your home screen and
Yep.
show your face and your apps around you.
Yeah. Like if I can't get enough of my face on the lock screen, I can also see it on
In
my
the home
home
screen.
screen.
Yeah, love that.
And I will move all these icons to the top and the bottom so that my face can be right in the middle of the home screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you unlock your phone, you see yourself.
Correct.
Yeah. And then in terms of customization, we also got the dark mode truly on all the apps. So now
That'll
Apple's
affect battery life.
I think dark mode
in a good
makes it
way.
better. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dark mode
like
makes it
because
better.
Yeah.
OLED.
Yeah. Much better. Much
But then
better.
again, it's not like true black. It's like a gradient of black to gray.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're using the default one, because they've got the light, dark, and then the tint. So I think the dark it'll go like to pure black in certain apps.
Okay.
That'd be sick.
And the lock screen we also got right before you have the flashlight and the camera.
Yes.
Yes.
Customize that.
God,
on
That
whatever
is
you want.
probably one of the best features for me.
What are you all gonna?
Oh my God, yeah,
Use
it's
it
on the
for?
spot now. Okay, you go first because I don't remember.
Oh, so you're like, I'm in the
Wow.
spot.
That's the one feature I actually like the way it is. I probably wouldn't customize that one.
I would actually replace both the icons to camera. I mean, just in
Emergency,
case I'm
just
holding the phone
wait,
on
wait.
my left hand,
But-
I can access the camera from the bottom
What
left
about
by-
front-facing camera, back-facing
Exactly.
camera? That would be cool.
That would be
Because
cool. Oh,
that would
is cool.
what,
actually be
what
cool.
about like
That's
one for video and one for photo?
And
Yeah.
you can actually
That would
customize
make
it via shortcuts as well.
Yep,
So I
yep,
mean,
yep.
the possibilities are pretty much endless.
Yeah.
There.
Amazing.
You can open your lights directly from there.
Oh yeah, there you go. Of course,
Sorry.
we have the
Yeah,
HomeKit.
HomeKit guy.
Has to
The
come out.
HomeKit
Has to
guy.
come out. Yeah, love that. But also the control center.
Yes.
Yes.
The ability to swipe through and you have different pages and you can customize that as well. So like having your entire HomeKit be in what your control center is great as well.
Yeah.
And I love that, some controls, we need it to be bigger. We can actually resize them now.
Yeah. And it's very seamless as well. Like you get the borders, you pull them down, get it bigger inside. Love that. Really good.
Have you seen people doing something whereby they put the same control multiple times?
He showed me that yesterday.
Oh yeah, the brightness. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just all the way. So it's like a
Yeah,
symphony.
they fill the whole screen with the same control.
It's
So you just
game-changing.
slide one, and then everyone will follow.
yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you should.
In terms of HomeKits, the iPhones and the Apple Watch actually have the ultra wide chip, right? Which has never really
Yep.
been used in a useful way for us. And now with Apple Home Key supported locks, you can actually unlock your door from your home without actually needing to get it up close.
Get it near to the lock.
Yeah, so like you're with your grocery store
Yeah.
bags and you're like falling, you're like this all the time,
Yep.
which is already useful itself, you know, but now you're just walking in your home without needing to do anything.
I also want to talk about the new Photos redesign. That interface,
It looks great.
I really like.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
So we actually just had this conversation like 5
discussion,
seconds
yeah.
ago when we were in the bus because I was trying to find something from like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what keyword I should search for because if I could just give it context of what it's about, I could find it for him in a minute. I couldn't find it the entire time, by the way. So iOS
we
18
couldn't
can't
find
come
it. I don't
through.
know
Like
what
it's
we're
great.
talking
I still don't know what I want to show him anymore.
To me, I really like the redesign of like the video player because the moment you open a video, like the timeline, the bar appears instantly, so you can just scrub it.
Yeah, and you don't have that issue of when you swipe, when you want to go through the video, instead of scrubbing, you sort of like go 50 photos back, which used to happen to me quite often. So very nice, very clean.
We've had a couple of redesigns to the Photos app. We've had like 4 to 5. And this time it feels very, very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to get used to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of a learning curve for
sure.
this one, yeah. Because if you don't instantly know where to go, so you have to like kind of relearn some
Yeah.
stuff.
So do you guys think the new tap back feature on messages is amazing, whereby we can now customize it with any emojis we want instead of like the usual 5?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I think it's pretty great.
It's fine.
You know, I use it all the time. Sometimes you want to put a fire emoji when someone's telling
exactly.
you.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I always wanted to put like a laughing emoji instead of the haha.
Yeah.
Because I feel the haha is like, no, I'm not ha-haing.
Yeah, but I'm kind of smiling.
I'm kind of smiling,
Yeah.
but I'm not ha-haing.
Or like exclamation marks. Like sometimes
Correct.
I'm like, okay, I'm excited,
Where do you
but I'm not
use
that
those?
excited.
Yeah.
Messages.
Oh no! When do you use the exclamation mark? Like I've never found a use for that.
Yeah, no, it's more like you're exclaiming at something.
Like,
It's not that crazy.
What?
It's not that
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Or it's like if you agree with your friends, it's like, oh my god,
true.
I
Yeah, that makes
got
sense.
stains on my pants, you know. And if you also have stains on your pen, you just put an exclamation mark, like me
Okay,
too.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Let's talk about one feature that got me nodding and shaking my head. AirPods. When you're using it with your iPhone,
Nodding
listening
and
to
shaking.
music, you know, and then you get a call, and then they'll ask you like, do you want to pick up this call? And then you go to reject the call.
But maybe sometimes you actually want to have to reply, but you don't want. You're like, no. And you just dismiss it.
Yeah.
But it's so weird, like from the video that Apple played right on the screen,
the
like
elevator.
you're in occupied elevator,
Yeah.
and that guy is like so tall,
Yeah.
everyone can just see him like.
Nah, but I think that ad was genius, though.
It was really good. It's a good use
It's
case.
truly when you say a photo or an image or a video can say more than 1,000 words.
Yeah, 100%.
It's really that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't explain that feature just by talking and explaining. You can, but I think it's just you can explain that in 2 seconds how useful that can be.
Kind of wonder what it would look like in public, though.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to be amazing.
As if we don't look crazy enough already in public. Now
Sure.
you're just going to be going like...
No, but I don't think you know. I'm sure they'll do it pretty seamless. You know?
Yeah. It wouldn't be that crazy, I feel
Yeah.
like.
You got game mode.
Yeah.
too.
Do you guys game on your phones?
Not too much.
Yeah.
Not
Do you
too
game
much.
on your phone?
Not too much, but the gaming industry really wanted
No,
this.
so what I'm
Yeah,
excited about is the latency. Like, I would love to see how the latency is affected because I've been using the PlayStation Remote app with the iPad. So seeing the latency improve on that as well as the AirPods, so you have like better, faster, responsive sound. Very exciting.
I only play one game on my iPhone and that's it.
Yeah.
Which is
Wild Rift.
wow.
Okay, let's talk about the biggest announcement
WatchOS.
this time around. WWDC24. The biggest announcement
Let's do
for
it on
everyone.
Three. Let's do it on 3.
Okay, let's see if everyone
do it
gets it
then.
right, okay?
Okay.
The
One.
biggest announcement, yeah? In 3, 2, 1. Calculator!
Round of applause for the calculator.
The calculator really took over, yeah. I think when they announced the calculator, the first thing we were doing, everyone was just looking around at each other to see each other's reaction.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's been
Yeah.
so long.
Yeah.
And honestly, the thing I was thinking about when they announced it was earlier they said that they wouldn't want to release a calculator app
Yep.
unless it was something really, 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 really different.
They actually said
But
that.
it's become
Yeah.
a meme though.
Exactly.
In our industry. Fun
Yeah.
fact, Greg Joswiak
Yeah.
tweeted out yesterday. Just curious, does anyone on here want a calculator app on the iPad? It's become a meme, and everyone's
Yeah.
laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But-
it's very exciting.
But we didn't just get a calculator.
No.
We get a calculator on steroids.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's
When they
insane.
started demoing the scientific calculator, and you've got the graphs generation and everything,
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is actually incredible. Like, this is going to change the way people study, especially because most of the comments, I think, when we posted our videos up on the calculator one, were from students. They're like, why did this come out now, the year after I graduated?
Exactly.
Like,
a lot of
crazy.
comments on my reels. They're
Yeah.
like, what does this come out now? I've graduated. I don't need a calculator anymore.
Yeah.
There's apps that do that already, which are super cool.
No, but speaking of apps that did something before and iOS brought it in, it's pretty exciting to see the Notes app as well for the iPad. Because to be honest, like the first thing we were thinking,
Yep.
it's even in the video that I posted, we were looking at each other like, is GoodNotes dead? Like,
Sure.
is it over for GoodNotes? But I mean, obviously they're
Let's
gonna
do
have to
it in a more dramatic style
Yeah.
because we need to probably cut it as a reel.
Yeah.
You need to do it one more time?
The hook.
The hook, yes. In 3, 2, 1.
Is GoodNotes dead?
Oh my god.
I don't think it is.
Oh, really?
But why?
Hot take. Let's do this.
I mean, I just think it's very different still.
Because
I think people
got
might still use GoodNotes because they want the book covers.
the covers, yeah, I was just gonna.
Yeah.
The covers, you've got literally like a journal.
Yeah.
Like you're flipping the pages.
Yep.
That's true.
I think the feel is gonna be
Got-
different, maybe.
Yeah, you've got audio recording as well. It just feels more like note taking, and I'm sure Apple Notes will get there one day.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I just think it's two very different things still.
Interesting. Because for me, the way I see it is when I make notes on any device, the fact that they sync over to all my devices
Sure.
is something I look for.
Yeah.
But when it's
GoodNotes is also available on
that is
iPhone.
true. That is true. But when it's a
Yeah.
built-in app, I feel like the
Yeah.
integration is
Yeah,
like a lot
obviously.
better. Yeah.
Correct,
so
correct.
very
And
exciting.
I also love this smart script feature whereby it actually helps me to beautify my own
Yep.
handwriting because
Yeah.
I know my handwriting is ugly.
Mine's so bad.
Yeah, I
And
know, I've
doctors
seen
will
it.
be so happy about this. We'll finally be able to understand doctors.
Each other.
Is that English specific?
I think on launch it might be just English specific.
Okay.
Yeah, English US, I think.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
mentioned.
most likely.
You think?
Yeah.
No,
I think.
I don't
I
think.
think
it
it's
would
just letters.
yeah, because it's based on your writing, so it doesn't matter whether it's US or English, the spelling or whatever. Because the
Oh,
spell check
Tim
works.
Cook is now here. Tim,
Yeah,
what
Tim.
is it?
Tim, you want to come and join us? No? Okay.
You're like, really?
Yeah.
So, the next feature on iPadOS, redesigned tabs bar. What do you guys think of the tabs bar now?
I think it's great.
Can I be critical?
Yes.
So I think iPadOS is always adds new features that are great, but the things that the iPad truly needs never come for us. Good file management. We've been waiting for it for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
the only thing that Final Cut Pro can be the best thing that you want
Yeah.
on an iPad, but if the file management, for us content creators, for example,
Yeah.
it still needs that,
Yep.
For me, the files being maybe like a downloads folder in like the dock or something.
Yeah.
Like there's certain features that
Yes.
we're all expecting to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what they've done is amazing, but we're always waiting for that one thing. And I think going to like the new M4 iPad Pro, it's super powerful.
Yeah.
But we need more to iPadOS, and it's not a disappointment, but we're always wanting a little bit more.
Yeah.
We're always
Yeah,
waiting
like-
for that
yeah.
improvements.
I agree.
So here's a question for all of you. Do we need the M4 chip for what the iPad can do now?
I think the
Oh.
iPad has always been very powerful for what tasks you can do on it. Like it already overachieves, if that makes sense.
Yes. So in order for us to fully utilize the M4 chip on the iPad, what do you think Apple should do?
For me, it's the file management because it will make us use at least for video editing, and I don't think we should judge an iPad only for video creators because that's not what it's actually meant for, And I think the problem with the iPad Pro in this case, and I don't think we should dive too much deep into this topic is because we had a lot more exciting stuff to talk about, but the problem with the iPad Pro is its price, not because it's like overpriced or expensive, but when you're making customers pay a lot for an iPad, they're very demanding.
Yes, especially
that's
if
the problem.
they want the iPad Pro.
Yeah, I use my iPad Pro every single day.
Yeah.
I do all of everything except video editing, so I'm like super happy about it. That's why I'm so demanding on it.
Yeah, but
because I want more, and I'm so excited. I just love it. It's probably one of my favorite devices apart from the Apple Watch, which I want to talk about.
So the Apple Watch is okay. We'll get into the Apple Watch again. So do you use the iPad quite often?
I use the iPad for any tasks that require a pen.
Okay.
But most other things, it's all Mac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the differentiation in what is suitable for whom is a very interesting topic as well.
And it's
online.
the same problem. It's the file management.
Yeah.
If the files are better, I'd probably use iPad way more.
But I would think that most of the people use iPad for like entertainment purposes, like gaming and watching videos.
Netflix.
And
Apple TV.
Not you.
I use it for everything.
Yeah. Okay.
And I actually asked Jaws about this because I don't know why our community wants the iPad and the Mac to compete. Like, is this better than the others?
Yeah.
And I think Jaws actually had a pretty good answer, which is obviously like, a pretty marketing answer, but it does make sense. They work really well together. The iPad is really good for certain things, and the Mac is really good for certain things, and they're very different. They obviously come aligned with certain things, but I think they can both live together. It's natural to compare them because when a student wants to buy something when going to college, it's like, should I buy a Mac or an?
Correct.
Yeah.
Like all of us here are video editors.
Exactly.
But like, if you think of it from an art perspective, the iPad's like the best art device you can get your hands on right
Definitely.
100%.
With the Apple Pencil, it's amazing.
Yeah.
now. Like if we were all artists, we would be using iPads all
More
day.
than the
that would be
MacBooks
all we
as well,
do.
yeah.
Totally.
But it is interesting for people, especially like you said, students starting out. So for them, honestly, I would actually, if you're not really looking into something very heavy like developing apps and everything, which you could probably do on the iPad as well, I would most likely recommend an iPad over the MacBook for those people.
Okay, let's move on. macOS.
Hands down, screen mirroring, man. I think that's just it's a long time coming. It's the best possible.
Sorry, it's
feature.
iPhone mirroring.
Yes, sorry. Yes. So the ability, I'm sure everyone's already seen it by now, but the implementation of how it's done is great. And I actually I have a topic I want to talk about specifically about why I said the integration of how Apple did it. It's a very specific thing I want to talk about, but it's just the privacy part as well. Your phone's not on all the time. Most likely, I want to know what the battery effects are going to be like. Like, is it going to drain battery while you're doing it? But the fact that it stays off and your phone's always going to be in your pocket, whatever, and you don't have to worry about I need to keep pulling it out, airdrop files to myself. Like everything is on there, especially for like content creators as well. For example, you edit your video, you color grade your video, then you have to share it over a post, and then typing on the phone, you have to copy your tags for whatever. So all of that's on the Mac already.
I feel that I will use this feature a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I love dragging and dropping files.
Yeah.
Like after I edit something on, say, Photoshop, I'll just drag it into my iPhone.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll use your iPhone less as a result?
I think when I'm seated, like I'm in the studio or even at home and with my laptop, I think my phone would stay down most times.
Yeah.
Which is great because notifications coming to the MacBook as well, your iPhone fusing the notification, that's gonna be so good.
It's so good.
So good. I don't have to keep looking around. So
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
And we can use the MacBook keyboard now to type on the iPhone.
Yeah. That was something I was waiting for a long time.
You're just being quiet because you want to talk about WatchOS, right?
He's angry we didn't start
gonna
by talking
talk
about
about
WatchOS.
Productivity, you want to drag windows to the edge so that they align nicely
Yeah, the
on the
snapping
screen.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually using my Mac last night and I was like, if only I have this feature now. Because like my desktop is like cluttered, so I think that's a great feature, although it might seem simple for many.
No, but I mean, it helps you be so much more organized for sure.
Yeah. Okay, you want to talk about the next thing?
Yes.
Apple Intelligence. Okay, WatchOS. Come on.
WatchOS. Let's do it.
Really?
Yeah. I'll give you
the stage. We'll give you the
give you
stage.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's go.
First off, the Whoop and the Oura Ring, for example, are like the health competitors to it, and it can finally try to compete with that, right? I think the Apple Watch giving us and having so many sensors and giving us so much information, but us not knowing how to what to know about these like numbers and stuff, right? So now the new Vitals app, for example, is going to give you so much information. Not only that, it will help you understand your health, you know? So I think, you know, having a blood oxygen and all of that is cool, but okay, what do I do with that? What do I learn about that, you know? So it will ask you as well, like, hey, you didn't sleep well. Did you drink alcohol last night? Or were you maybe looking at your screen too much? So it will help you understand so much more. And that's what the Whoop has exploded this year for, you know? So I'm excited about that.
I'm actually more excited about the new watch face.
Photos watch face?
Yes. So basically, they will go through your photos. They will use like algorithms to pick the best looking photo of you.
Yeah.
So they won't pick like a photo of you sneezing, for example, right? They'll pick a photo of you like looking like smart and and then they will actually be able to cut out your face and have it on top of the clock. The time, so it's placed nicely, and they will also align it so that the clock will never block your face, or your face will never block the clock. So for example, if your face is at the bottom, they will actually put the clock above your head and behind it. So it's actually very nice. And you also have the option to tint the background. So for example, if you don't like the background of your photo, you will just have you and then your clock, and then the back, you can have any colors you want.
You can pause your rings.
You can pause your rings.
Controversial.
Your streak.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing. I mean, come on, I have so many medals that I'm like doing something and then it's like I got sick or I'm traveling.
There's two sides to this that I've seen personally.
You're just gonna act sick all day?
No. It's not.
Close your rings, man. Go
Close your rings.
So lazy.
No. What I mean is, people are gonna say it's not gonna feel like a challenge anymore.
I mean, you gotta stay true to yourself. If you wanna do this, you know you are someone who you will want to close your rings, right? But of course, there are some times when you want to travel to Cupertino from Malaysia, for example.
You're on the plane
and
for 20 hours.
You lose your day.
Yeah.
So you have to pause it first. It's not because you're cheating. It's because you are not able to work out.
To be fair, at the end of the day, if you're true to yourself,
yes,
and you actually respect the process, you'll do the right thing. But I mean, it is something I see people online saying that it's going to be abused a lot. Everyone's going to just start pausing rings and always have full rings.
Then they shouldn't have
an Apple Watch
in the first place. You know.
We also get live activities in the Smart Stack.
Yeah.
Might sound dumb. It's so useful.
Yeah.
For me, the Smart Stack right now, it's like there's not really a lot of use cases for it because they're pretty much complications.
Yeah.
And I already have my complications there. I don't need to,
Definitely. Yeah.
Sometimes it can be useful, but I just don't really use it that much. But now, you can track a soccer game, for example, that you're watching.
Live activities.
Your Uber is coming. You can just double tap on your watch as well. It's right there. So
yeah, and also like for example, the Smart Stack now, you can press on the buttons inside the Smart Stack. Like for example, the workout one, you can have 3 buttons like for say running,
Yes.
or whatever. You can just activate it from the Smart Stack instead of opening the app on the watch.
The double tap feature also now works for scrolling down on an app as well. I love when Apple releases a feature and it's like they were making it better. The Series 9 and Ultra 2 now has the double tap feature, and it's like, okay, give me more features with it. I think we were like left hanging a little bit. Sure, you can reply to messages and phone calls, which is really useful when you have a coffee in your hand. Or if you have you're walking your dog. And that's what I do. But sometimes I was really waiting for this feature,
Yeah, but I think that's what Apple does as well. Like they give you some time to figure out the feature, get used to the feature, and then they give you what you actually would use it for. So just getting used to this movement and actually doing it is
I have a feature request, Tim. I want double tap to work whenever I'm on my watch face. I double tap and notifications.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, instead of
I don't want the double
stack. I don't want to go to Smart Stack. I want
maybe people do. Let people customize.
Give them the option. Yeah.
Yes.
Since we're talking about customization.
What if Tim? Just a small request, Tim.
Still here?
Yeah, he's still there. It's right
there he is.
Yeah. What if double tapping index finger brings up something? Middle finger brings up something. The ring finger brings up something, and the last finger brings up something. Then you have so many things you can do with your fingers.
Yeah, and then you'll be doing this in the elevator.
Yeah, and then you'll be nodding and shaking with your AirPods.
You got chicken.
Oh, do you use that?
No, but I know it's very useful for a lot of people.
Wait, do you want to explain what you just said?
What?
You say you got chicken?
No.
Check in.
Oh, check in. I was like, you got chicken. I was like, does this mean something? Did I miss something?
I know I have something on my pants.
You live in a city.
But I don't know you have chicken in your house.
You live in a city and you want to run at 12 p.m.
Yeah.
You don't want to go by yourself, but there's nobody else that wants to go with you.
Yeah, nobody wants to run with me most of the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can start a workout and it will automatically work with check-in.
Yeah.
So you can just
You know
send
what? I
your
would-
partner and be like, look after me.
You know what I will use with this new check-in feature?
But
I just want to show off to my friends that I've done a workout. And
You can already do that with the activity
that,
app.
yeah.
No.
We're already friends. You never do anything.
No.
Bro,
Now
you never do it.
I can show off and tell people that, hey, I started running from my house and now I am
At your
at this location. You know, I ran from here to here.
Yeah.
Because back in the days, not back in the days, but even now, you can only see whether your friends completed running or not. But you don't know where they run to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Look, one of the things that are very annoying on VisionOS is that whenever you have to go to the home screen, you have to raise your hand and keep tapping, and then you're going an app, and then you have to do like this again in order to open another one. Or you can look up, tap on control center, tap on home screen. It's just not useful. So now you simply go on home screen by simply looking at your hand and boop, home screen.
I wouldn't know.
yeah, can't relate, man. Can't relate.
I can't relate, sorry.
Hope
Yeah.
maybe next year.
You now have
Hopefully next.
ultra
Hopefully,
wide
yeah.
Mac mirroring, which is amazing.
That looked crazy.
Oh,
though.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
That looks amazing. That looks really.
So now you can place all your Mac windows in front of you.
And you also now have a new environment. You can now work from the beach.
crazy.
That's nice.
You can
Do you also
sun
get to
tan.
hear like the sound
Yeah,
of
of
the
course,
beach?
yeah.
Oh wow.
And fun fact about the beach environment, the waves and the palm trees actually move.
Oh, that's
Oh, so it's
sick.
dynamic.
And that's the first one of the first environments that it actually fully moves. There's ones that maybe like when it rains there's tiny droplets, but everything's pretty static. But this one it actually feels like.
That's
wow.
Very exciting.
Looking
Yes.
forward for
Very exciting.
Vision Pro to launch in Malaysia, Tim.
And Spain, Tim, do you want?
Speaking of Malaysia,
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about Malaysia getting its very first
Apple
Apple
Store.
store.
Can we say what happened yesterday?
Oh, okay. So basically, I managed to talk to Deirdre O'Brien, which is the Vice President of Apple Retail.
So proud of you, man.
Yeah, and I got her to say apa khabar to Malaysians.
Apa Kabar.
Wow, amazing, Deirdre.
Hey, apa kabar?
Apa khabar.
You left me hanging.
Oh, sorry.
So, I mean, yeah, just getting the Apple Store, I'm very excited about that. Just a very quick shout out. So, Malaysia's going to have it at the Exchange TRX. It's a beautiful building. And the design just looks like it's very Apple. So, a lot of
Definitely.
people, we had a suspicion that it would be this for a while.
Yeah.
But to finally get the confirmation and like 17 videos from Jason about it, incredible. Like, really, really good. It looks gorgeous.
18
Yeah.
videos. He just posted another one.
Just while we're talking.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, correct. I just scheduled it.
Quick
Here's
hands
what the
on.
event looks like.
Yeah, so the
looks
Apple
beautiful.
Store,
Yeah, it
the
looks
Apple
great.
Store will open officially for everyone on the 22nd June.
Yes.
And I assume it will open when the mall opens.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so like as soon as it's like 10 a.m. probably. Yeah.
Correct. People are already asking me like, should I queue? I'm like, I don't know.
Yes, you should. You should always queue for anything Apple.
Right? Everything
Yeah,
Apple,
yeah.
just queue for it.
Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about.
We're talking about Apple Intelligence.
All right, I think this was massive, and the fact that they left it towards the end of the announcement, it was like a wave just went back up when.
Yes.
started talking about it. Very exciting. Like the live tweets while the Apple Intelligence came up was crazy as well.
Yeah.
Feel the excitement.
So, Junpei, you want to start with one feature from Apple Intelligence that you like?
the emoji generator.
Oh, yeah,
That
it's fun.
thing is
That is
yeah.
fun. I
That
feel like
is
for your
so-
content as well.
Totally.
Oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be great for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when you want to represent like something very specific as an emoji.
Yeah.
Like instead of using like 3 or 4 different emoji that kind of work together, you can just make one that represents
Yeah.
that one emotion or that one topic.
I wonder
That's
if you're going to
sick.
be able to save them or
I think you are.
I think it like the same with stickers. Like,
Right.
I think it'll have its own column where everything gets saved. Yeah, very exciting. I wonder also if you can create photos, the Genmojis with another person in them.
What
Yeah.
do you mean? Like two faces?
That would be exciting.
Wow.
So you could have like an interaction with your friend. Like you text them like Jason and Omar on a podcast.
coming in
just make
iOS 20.
That's nice.
yeah with stickers
iOS
on their
20,
hands.
yeah. And they also will be launching this new app, right? It's called what? Image Playground or something like that?
Yes.
I think that's also prompt-based image generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
So
very
now you
exciting.
can generate any images you want in 3 styles: animation, illustration, and sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Which one do you like better?
I love the animation because it's more colorful.
Animation for sure.
Yeah, I think that would be the best one as well. And it's it looks most refined, at least in the demo videos.
Can you imagine what everyone's profile photo will be? Because they will just be like, oh, today I want to be like this, I want to be holding a burger,
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, so I actually just wanted to talk about this is more off topic, but also on topic. So there's always two sides to everything. There's always the people who are really excited, and then there's the people who are
Not so excited.
we have had this for 20 years. Like,
Yeah.
we get it.
Yeah.
So I just want to I want to quickly go on to that. It's because for the people saying that stuff like this has existed for a while and it's not a big deal, I think they don't really understand that when it comes in this way, it's the most refined version that's ever come out. So that's why it's not always about rushing to get something out. It's about who does it the best.
Yeah.
And
so
who does it better?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if it takes a while to come out, it's not something that's been copied off of someone, because it takes years to make something work properly.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about the Apple Intelligence that I think is great, is because Siri knows you. Even though I think a lot of people don't really use Siri the way it's meant to, because it doesn't always work the way you needed it to until now.
For sure.
But I feel like it's all these years of struggling, which is going to make the personalization and it knowing you really, really good and useful. So it's actually going to know you. So it's like, that's
Also, I want to sidetrack a little bit for everyone watching. For those who says that, oh, we've got this, since 1958.
Since we were born,
So I just want to say that if you have gotten something for a long time and your friends don't have it, and finally they manage to have it now, shouldn't you be happy for them?
Exactly, yeah. Just let us be happy.
Right. Yeah.
I uploaded a video yesterday on Apple Intelligence.
Yep.
And how I started the video was, if Apple launched AI and artificial intelligence, how would that look like? And I just imagined the way that it is now, which is always what's Apple's biggest asset is always their ecosystem.
Yep.
And how the Apple Intelligence works best is with really simple, stupid features that make it amazing.
Yeah.
And it's always the Apple ecosystem with little stupid features like, you can ping your iPhone with your watch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's what makes the ecosystem so great. So going back to your point with Siri and everything.
Yeah. And speaking of features, I also like how I can now use Apple Intelligence to help me write my captions.
Yeah.
With writing tools.
We were just talking about this yesterday, because Jason does this thing. I'm sure all of his followers know this. All of his Instagram posts, they have to rhyme.
Really?
The captions all rhyme.
How long have you been doing this for?
More than 10 years.
More than 10 years. So we were just talking about it yesterday.
Checking this now.
No, you could actually do it. Like, you could go back, every single post rhymes. So I was like, okay, now he doesn't have to actually sit and think about it. But he's already really quick. Like, he'll sit in the Uber and he's like, what will rhyme with this word? And he thinks of something and it's on the spot. But now with
my gosh.
Yeah, right?
But now
I got my earphones. What do I do? Does this happen? You all of you too. What the heck, dude?
Only now you discovered it.
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Why?
So now
Why?
is going to do it for
And
him.
now, if I don't like the caption, I can also pick another option whereby I want it to be more casual, more professional, or more concise.
Yeah.
Just with a click of a button.
Use case right here. Love that.
Exactly.
Very, very nice.
Why do you do this though?
It's Jason, man. Why does he have stains on his pants? We don't know.
Like, nobody knows. Other than that, we also get priority notifications.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think it's useful for you guys?
I disable notifications because I get so many.
What?
Yeah.
That's
generally.
because you have a lot of crazy fans. Like, we don't have fans.
Yeah, he was just telling me about his fans as well. Like, they're incredible.
So being able to have AI filter out and so I can actually use notifications more effectively. That
So
would
what
be
you're saying
helpful.
is AI will basically ignore your fans even more.
No,
That's what you're saying.
Admit
Let's
it.
cancel this
Clip
guy.
that, clip that, clip
Cancel.
that. Show it to all of his fans.
That's not right.
Are you gonna make a short out of this?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Just this
Definitely.
clip.
We're gonna cancel
I'm
you, man.
screwed.
So apart from notifications, I think they are also having these priority messages in mail, whereby they can actually read through your mails and then they'll just present to you like a few lines which is important and the emails that you really need to check now.
Yeah.
Do you think people will get more careless with their email titles now? They'll just be like, who cares? AI will summarize it
AI will
anyway.
fix it for me.
Who cares?
I'm actually curious, genuinely.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many of you guys actually use Apple Mail over Gmail and stuff? Use Apple Mail. Exclusively Apple Mail. What about you guys? Okay, so it's good because I want to switch and see like what the experience feels like. Because because everything is optimized for the user, the longer you've been using your phone, the more it knows you. So now the experience might be worth it for people who were thinking about switching, but it wasn't really appealing yet, because now it might be the time.
I actually had the same thought during the keynote.
Yeah.
After they announced this, I'm like, I think it's time for me to switch to mail.
Yeah.
Because I want to use this summarize feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing, but like I was more like, oh, this rewrite feature works across all of iOS, no, Mac OS. Like you can actually iOS as well, isn't it?
Yeah, all
Yeah,
of
like
them.
that's sick. Like you can use it in whatever mail app you happen to be using. Like obviously, I thought the same thing when I saw the summarize. I was like, well, this is really cool. Like it works everywhere.
Yeah.
That's not true with most features.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's time to talk about the very last thing, which is the most important thing.
Okay.
ChatGPT.
And Siri.
That's here. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
ChatGPT and Siri are now friends.
Then ChatGPT. Yeah. Perfect.
So to be honest, I really like the new design of Siri, because it now comes out like a colorful glow around the edge of the screen.
I honestly like the little ball thing.
Really?
It was so nice. It was so
Yeah, I mean,
cool. It's so.
I like
serious.
both. I like both.
I mean,
can't
the new one's great as well, but it's just that's the signature. I don't know. But yeah, it's very exciting.
So for me, iOS 18 home screen customization,
yeah.
ChatGPT implement, like all that stuff. It truly feels like Apple really listens to us now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's listening to what we all want,
Yeah.
and a little bit open Apple. I like that they're still in a closed system because they like to control things, which I like because they make everything look good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I've never thought ChatGPT was gonna be built into the iPhone.
Yeah. Like who would have thought?
That is actually really.
Can we
great.
give applause for this? 1 minute and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another Siri feature that I really like, it's almost like the new AirPods feature, subtle, whereby I can now double tap the bottom of the screen to talk to Siri, as in type to Siri.
Yeah.
So I don't have to voice out. For example, sometimes when I want to show off how smart I am among my friends, but I don't want to show them that I actually asked Siri for the answer.
Yeah.
I can just double tap and just type and get the answer, and then I can just show off to my friends.
Yeah, I think
Rhyme.
most people would say you could just Google it, but the fact that you don't have to leave any experience you're in to do that is what makes it unique. So
About the
anywhere you are,
ecosystem.
just double tap whatever your app you're on, whatever feature you're on, you can just look for something through ChatGPT. So yeah,
And now Siri knows how to use your phones and devices.
yeah.
That's cool.
Mom
Yeah.
tutorials are gonna be easy.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
if
and
your
sorry.
mom wants to know how to use, you just ask your mom to ask Siri.
And dad tutorials.
Yeah, oh my god, no. So for the iPad, so now you
Yeah.
can like control someone else's iPad as well.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
screen sharing.
so
Yeah.
good.
That's so
That's gonna be
useful.
incredible. And you can like use it, not just mirror and watch the screen, which is great. You want to fix something for someone, you just do it for them.
Cool. Okay, so I guess that's about it. Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. It was really fun. Thank you guys for joining us. It was
Yes.
incredible, and we'll see you again very soon.
Don't forget to follow for more.
Yep. Bye bye.